Um, first of all, it was omnipotence. That was the biggest issue, but
I
also the
love it.
fact that I mean, you guys will probably disagree, but I just feel like Kawaki just like coming to the conclusion that yeah, like it's go time. Like we're getting rid of the
No, we don't
parents and we're
disagree. In
going.
fact, we have a point about this in Two Blue Vortex. Keep
Oh,
going.
okay, yeah. Well, essentially, I was about to say is that yeah, Kawaki's turn. I mean, I don't know if it was necessarily a turn or not. But like yeah, his mindset change of just like you know what, like we can't let Boruto be out here. It was a little bit too like immediate. I feel like it wasn't fleshed out enough. Sure, he was saying it a couple times before that yeah, he's gonna do what it takes, and if he has to kill Boruto, then like whatever, he's gonna do it or whatever. But either way, it was just kind of a weird transition when we finally learned that like Boruto supposedly beat Momoshiki when Momoshiki wasn't able to resurrect into him fully or whatever. And then regardless of that, Kawaki's still like, you know what, fuck you, bro, and then like goes off on him. That was a little too like forced for me. I feel like they could have done it a different way. Like I don't know, maybe somehow Momoshiki comes out of Boruto again in a different way and then literally kills people, and then he's like, okay, now I'll do it. But it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was pretty just like they were just chilling, and then he was like, yeah, like you're done.
So I have two big things to say on this.
Sure.
One is really funny you say that, given the context of that code invasion rewrite, Oodie. You remember that? Where we literally address that problem with the build up to the Momoshiki thing. Which I can let you summarize if you want to do that part. The other part though is one of the big things Kawaki is doing is he has this quote unquote point. Shinobi are those who die early. But time Kawaki doesn't have a point anymore because he could say he got the idea because Naruto's about to die. That's fine. But since then, he has only been proven wrong. Never once proven right.
Not even
Shinobi keep
once.
on and we'll get into
Yeah.
Inojin later, but Inojin was the perfect chance to prove
Oh
Kawaki's
my
point,
god.
but they blew it. So
Oh
what
my
has
god.
Kawaki seen? No matter their circumstance, no matter the obstacle, Shinobi not only find a way, but they always survive. That is what Kawaki has witnessed. There's no point anymore. He's just flat out wrong in every way.
It's not just that
And
he like he would maybe have a point if he thought this, and he would have justifiable reasons of thinking this, like he did in the Code arc. He's like Amado explains it to him a very logical way, like, oh, he was like equal with Delta, and then he lost Karama, and Code's stronger than him. All right, so if Code fights him, he's probably gonna die. That's fair to say.
and then he was witnessing it with Borushiki and Co. that he was going to die. So it's understandable why he formed the ideology,
Yeah, I mean, at
but
this point,
there's no reason
he's
to validate
heard
it.
that he lost against Jigen. He's seen him lose against Ishiki. That's fine, regardless if they found a way or not. He's still lost. In this case, it's being shown before his very eyes from start to finish that they do find a way every single time, no matter what. Naruto's true to his words. Why is he believing Amado over Naruto? It just doesn't make sense. Like, I'm comparing this to the Land of Waves, to where Naruto saw Haku and Zabuza's ends, and that conclusion impacted Naruto in an insurmountable way that leads onto his difference from Sasuke for the rest of the series. Sasuke, who wasn't able to see their ends because Sasuke wasn't conscious to do so. Because Sasuke missed that, Sasuke lacked what Naruto gained from that arc in a very essential way that led to the conflict moving forward. There's obviously a lot of other things as well, but this is one central figure that you can point to. A very critical reason why. Kawaki doesn't have what he should have not had from Sasuke. Doesn't have that excuse. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I mean, Kawaki just turning on Boruto was definitely an issue, and then obviously omnipotence. That was like the big issue I had with it. At the time, I was kind of more okay with it because I was just so eager for the time skip. But even like even like probably a week after that, I was like, does this even make any fucking sense?
Literally, yeah.
They could have went about it a lot differently. Like, I don't know. It's just like, in my opinion, if I were to write it, and it wouldn't be exactly like this, but I would somehow have like Boruto losing control again and just risking the village's safety and stuff, and then he's told to go off. I mean, they're not gonna go out and kill him or exile him and be like, okay, Boruto is our number one threat and whatever, but I feel like you could still get the same kind of vibe out of it afterwards with Boruto still having to be rogue and not being with his friends anymore. They could have just went about it like that instead of doing omnipotence, but I understand they're trying to have like the roles reversed and like what else can you really do to have that effect other than some stupid thing like omnipotence?
Exactly.
So I completely agree. I was cut out for a lot of times I tried to talk. I didn't realize it until I went to check. So I forgot half the things I was trying to say, but I'm gonna try to recall some. First of all, completely agree with all what you were saying, but otherwise, in regards to the Sasuke Haku thing, in this case, I feel like you would almost do the opposite, where Kawaki will see the thing, except this time it's a negative thing that Boruto and everyone else doesn't see.
No, exactly.
So Kawaki,
that is what they should have done. If
so
not
Shinobi
go
did.
even further beyond,
Yeah.
they're doing it's not even the exact opposite. It's the inverse of the exact opposite, to where Kawaki is seeing Naruto, proving Kawaki wrong. It'd be one thing if Kawaki didn't see it. It would be the correct thing if Kawaki saw himself be right. The fact that Naruto's only shown him being wrong is the problem.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
because of that, Kawaki just comes across as like
Insane.
just a crazy
Unhinged.
idiot.
Yeah,
like
for no reason.
And it shouldn't be the case because there's so much with Kawaki that just narratively works, it thematically works so well. So it's like just having this one thing kind of just almost ruins it.
Like, it's one thing to be emotional out of passion for a point that you're frustrated nobody else can get or understand or see, no matter how much you explain it. Like Sarada in Chapter 1 trying to explain omnipotence to Shikamaru. That's understandable. Or even Eren in Attack on Titan Episode 1. How he wants to go outside and no one else doesn't, and he's like hating humanity because of that, basically. Freaking causing him to have like extreme frustrations. Kawaki doesn't have that, is the problem.
Like, he's just saying something for no reason. Like,
Literally, yeah.
Shinobi who of those who do. No, frankly, another weird thing, just a little bit of a side tangent. Kawaki in chapter 2 is like telling people to follow the shinobi's orders. Why is he even doing that if you think shinobi are those who die early? But anyway, or again, if let's just say that's him giving shinobi another chance. Perfect time to like have a bunch of people die. And you can't say the trees because not only were there only 3 Konoha shinobi who turned into trees, 2 nameless people, Soegi and we don't even know this guy's name, and then Moegi, 3 people Kawaki's never even met probably. They're also not dead. They're not. They've lived forever as far as we know. Like, it doesn't even support his point. Like, Shinobi Kawaki has not seen a single Shinobi die that I can think of in the manga. In the manga, has Kawaki ever seen a ninja die?
In fact, besides Mujino, has a shinobi died in the Boruto manga at all? Well, like, okay, I guess
there's the one guy Ishiki killed.
Did Ishiki
one
kill
guy,
him?
nameless guy Ishiki
I don't think he killed him, though.
Well, I think he threw some shuriken in his eyeballs or something.
I don't think I killed him.
Let me go look.
There's no confirmation.
Didn't Jura kill Shinobi, though, just recently?
Yeah, he killed those 12. I mentioned
Kawaki didn't see it.
Yeah,
well, Kawaki did see it. He just didn't see it happen.
At least we're starting to, yeah.
But funnily enough, okay. I'm sure what they were trying to go for was Kawaki. This is Kawaki's character flaw, is that he's blind to the fact that this is his like contradiction, and that Boruto, who remains true and rejects change, is gonna prove him wrong because he's being too stubborn and selfish to realize that he's wrong himself, so someone else has to do it for him. That doesn't work just because, like, again, he's seen the exact opposite. If anything, hilariously enough, he's seen that Otsutsuki are the ones who die early.
Who die.
Over and
Yeah.
over again. In fact, he's killed them himself. He killed Boruto in the Code arc. The Otsutsuki do die early.
I know, that's where it just, I don't know, man. Like, that's the problem. And so, like, you know, in, like we said, in the prophecy arc, we discussed this as a code, just as a brief synopsis. We were playing with the idea of Code doing his invasion at the end of part 1, which he realistically should have, given all of his stupid reasoning in part 2.
That video
There's
came
no
out, by
reason
the
not
way.
to do in part 1 anymore. So we do that, and then we transition into Kawaki Momoshiki stuff. And we thought of a cool idea. We're just giving brief bullet points here, where at some point, Momoshiki, like, we have Boruto basically say a Momoshiki line, which will be in Momoshiki's voice. You don't see that in the manga because it's words, not voices. But, like, I can't remember the specifics around it, but there'd just be a point where there's like almost like a sudden shift for like a couple seconds where Boruto is talking like Momoshiki and it feels out of place. It's like, wait, what did he just say? But it's subtle, so a lot of people don't pick up on it. Kawaki will pick up on it though, so we're building towards Momoshiki coming up, and this is why Kawaki feels the need to fight Boruto again, basically. As a brief synopsis, because Momoshiki is actually being a threat. He's actually building up. And we can have Momoshiki kill a shinobi here to validate Kawaki's point, by the way.
Yeah. The video Kamui's talking about, I'm showing it on my screen